Smells good. My mouth is dying. Say, get up in here, hurry. Hello, this is another great edition of Local Flavor. We're here today with Scott and April Mason. They're going to be sharing some of their special recipes that are prepared with a product that they own, Trigger's Barbecue Sauce and Salsas. I'm going to let them get started and show you what they do.
Today we're going to start out making some Trigger's 10-minute chili, and we're going to have Scott brown the ground beef here, and we're going to start on that. And then also we're going to do April's Fiesta dip, and in both products, or in both recipes, we're going to be using some of our salsa. So as the beef browns over here, we're going to start mixing up the ingredients for our layered dip. And first of all, we're going to use a 16-ounce container of sour cream. We like to use the light, but if you want to use regular sour cream, you can. And this is the Hidden Valley Ranch dips mix, but this is the Fiesta flavor. Okay, so we're mixing in the Hidden Valley Ranch Fiesta flavored dip. And mix all that up really good. How's that meat doing?
Oh, it's going fine. Going fine.
This is going to be our first layer of the Fiesta dip here. And mix it up really good. And I'm using a 9x13 clear casserole dish today, but you can use whatever you've got. A pie plate would even work for this.
Now what we're doing for the chili is we're going to brown the 1 pound of ground beef. Then after we brown it, we're just going to add the Trigger's Garden Salsa and then 1 27-ounce can of Bush's chili beans, and then heat and serve.
And it's even better the next day. It's a great leftover dish. Okay, so that's in there. Now we're going to add an entire jar of Trigger's black bean and corn salsa. Out of there.
Okay.
And we're just gonna layer that in. Then on top of this, we're gonna add about 2 cups of finely shredded sharp cheddar cheese. And I think we have it back here.
Oh, that looks good.
This is one of his favorites. And then you can just serve this with some tortilla chips. There we go. We'll just dump the rest of it in there too. That's the whole 2-cup bag. And there we go.
See, now we'll put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours and then let the ingredients mix in the refrigerator.
That looks great. How did you get started in your business?
Well, in 2004, I returned from a 1.5-year deployment from Kosovo. I'm originally from Cookeville, Tennessee, and I met up with one of my buddies named Carl Kester.
Right.
And Grandpa Kester is actually on the label. He died of diabetes, and that's why everything that we have is extra low of salt and sugar, medium heat, and all natural.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And we've had a great time ever since. You know, we have so many new relationships whenever we have our salsa, when we go to our shows. Now that we're in different grocery stores like Food City and Walgreens, since it's all natural, we're in Earth Fare in Johnson City. We've been in the Stockpot in Johnson City for 3 years. We've been in Food Country for 4 years. And what's so good about being in those small businesses is they have actually helped mentored us to where we could grow and continue our business just like they have.
Well, I know Food City, especially Steve Smith, is always out trying to promote local businesses and buy local, and I think that's great.
Right.
I think he must be up to about 110 grocery stores by now and keeps on expanding.
Right.
I think that's great that you hooked up with him. He's from Abingdon, I think, and also the owner of Food Country is from Abingdon
They
as
are.
well.
They are.
So again, some more local flavor.
Right.
Well, you know, you have to be in the people business, and they are, because it's everything that we do is relationship based.
Right.
And you know, for us to grow and to help them grow, it takes a team effort.
That's true.
Now that we've got our 1 pound of ground beef browned, what we're going to do is just simply add our Bush's chili beans, which is also local, made in Sevier County.
Now, do you need a spoon?
Well, that looks good.
Come out there.
I think we're good.
I think you're good too.
Now our 1 jar of Trigger's Garden Salsa. We put our mild chili beans in because we already have a medium ingredient in our chili. And so if you add the medium heat on the chili beans, it'll make it warm. It'll be a lot warmer. So that's how you can gauge your temperature.
While he's mixing that up, I think I'm going to go ahead and start our peach salsa pinwheels. And with that, we're going to take 2 8-ounce packages of softened cream cheese. Put those in there.
Now that I'm making a mess. On our chili now, all we do is heat and serve. It probably takes about 10 more minutes for everything to mix, and then it's ready to go. And whenever you have leftovers, just put it in the refrigerator, and then next day serve it as a meal.
Looks great to me.
Like I said, it's even better the next day after it has time for all those flavors to marry. To this, let's see, smart ranch.
I like to make about 3 batches of this myself for my family and just let it stay in the fridge and be ready.
Well, I work for Wings I Rescue, and we had a chili cook-off at Johnson City Medical last month, and we ended up coming in first place with this recipe right here out of 16 teams.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, sounds like you all get around everywhere.
Well, we try. We make the chili for every event we can and try to share it with everybody so they can see how to use the products in a different way besides just chips and salsa. You know, we try to promote that.
Y'all are based here in Kingsport though, right?
We are.
All right.
We've been members of the Kingsport Chamber for the last 3 years. We won the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce Best Small Business of the Year through Cosby, and she won the Entrepreneur of the Year award in 2007.
Excellent.
Here I'm just mixing up that pack of Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing mix with 2 packages of softened cream cheese. I'm gonna mix that up really good. And then I'm just gonna add some peach salsa.
There you go.
You'll have to open that for me.
There we go.
Thank you. Here we're just gonna add about 2 tablespoons to start with and mix that up really good. If you get the salsa incorporated into the cream cheese, it doesn't seem to be nearly as runny looking. And it's easier to spread onto the tortillas when we get ready to do that. Okay, Scott, if you will hand me the colored tortillas over there, we'll get these ready to go.
I will.
Just sit those over here.
All right.
One at a time. Thank you. Now you can use any color tortilla you want. You can use the flour tortillas or the colored ones. We like the colored ones just because it makes it a prettier presentation when you get it ready. And then all we're gonna do is...
What kind are these? Are they spinach?
These are spinach, and those I believe are sun-dried tomato and basil. And like I said, you can use the flour tortillas, the plain white flour ones, or wheat.
And that adds a little flavor as well, doesn't it?
It does.
And it looks totally different once the dish is completed.
I'm just gonna spread that around to the edges, get a little bit more on there. You're gonna roll these up. You just don't want too much in there. Okay. Let me wipe my hands off here before we get started.
Now comes the secret part of it.
You're gonna roll it up really tight. If you make it loose, then there's going to be little air pockets in there, and I may be doing that, but we'll see when we cut them into some slices in a minute. Now take a serrated knife. A serrated knife actually does better than some of the others. Slice these up. I don't know. Would you say that's about a ½ inch?
I'd say so.
½ inch slices. If you'll just grab that plate, you can go ahead and start putting those on there, Scott. We'll see. See, now you have the end part that you can eat yourself.
That's why I'm here, to clean up all the extras.
Clean up all the scraps. See, they turn out really pretty when you start presenting those.
They're beautiful.
And they're done. So you're done with the snack already.
You're done. I'll go ahead and do this one.
Tomatoes on the tomato.
Tomatoes on the tomato.
Extra special.
There we go.
I'm going to go ahead and
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and turn the chili off because it's complete now. It's ready to serve. You scared me with that big knife.
A serrated knife does better. It doesn't seem to smush your pinwheels down and make them flat. And you can put these in the fridge. If you do, put them in an airtight container, and you can put a piece of wax paper in between each layer there. So we'll just add these. We'll just mix these up here so it'll be kind of pretty.
We're going to go ahead and clean this up, and we'll be right back. We're back with Local Flavor here in Kingsport, and I want to see what Scott and April are going to do to finish this up. I think they're going to wrap this up.
We're going to make some chicken quesadillas.
Awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead and spray the pan a little bit. We're spraying the pan a little bit with some canola oil, and then we're going to lay our tortilla in there and let it be browning on both sides. And while it's doing that, we've got some of the Tyson's pre-cooked chicken. You can get any flavor you want. This is the fajita flavor. If you want to sprinkle some cheese and maybe some of the black bean and corn salsa in there. The black bean and corn salsa seems to give the quesadillas a little more flavor, a little more meat to it.
And the cilantro and all the spices that we have in our black bean and corn salsa really come out. They taste a lot different heated and cooked than they do cold out of the refrigerator.
So I'm just going to cut this chicken up, and then we'll just drop that on there. All the recipes that we have on our website are very quick and easy. When you've got a family at home, sometimes it's hard to get dinner cooked or snacks out for everybody. So
they're going to have a feast on this, I can tell you that right now.
Oh, we hope
our
so.
kids love it. There you go. Then we can just sprinkle a little bit of the chicken on there for one, and then we got another spatula. We'll just use this today. See if it's browned enough. It's not really browned enough on the bottom yet, but when it starts getting kind of golden there, then we'll just flip that over halfway and let it finish up. I need to turn that up just a little bit.
Okay, it's up a little bit.
Enough. There we go.
Tell you, this looks like a lot of fun to me. It's not work cooking like this, I don't think. I think it's great.
Well, just like she said, it's a lot of quick and easy recipes, and we have a website called TriggerBeeler.com. We also have pictures of recipes, and also if you have your own recipes with our products and we use it on the website, we'll send you a free gift box.
We're also on
products.
Facebook. You can go ahead and flip it.
Go ahead and flip it.
Go ahead and flip it.
So she says. Now I'm on camera, and I'm going to try to flip it.
Got that in there, getting nice and brown on both sides.
And the whole process whenever you're making this dish is probably less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts. Besides eating.
Right, right.
Hurry up and cook.
With Trigger's barbecue sauce and sauces, they are so good, they ought to be outlawed.
There you go. But your grandfather's pictured on the front. He's not an outlaw.
Right.
So don't misunderstand.
Let's see if this is, I believe this may be done. I believe it is. And all we're gonna do is just remove this to the cutting board here.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Take a pizza cutter or another knife. Cut it into wedges.
That looks super.
Of course, we'll have to make another batch of these. And there we go. Just make another batch and add to that. As my stuff slides off. There you go.
We are definitely ready for a party.
Let me have the other bowl.
Now we're going to serve up some of our Trigger's 10-minute chili. Gosh, that looks good.
Yeah, buddy.
3 ingredients in just a few minutes.
Nice.
There we go.
These all look great. Scott, April, go over this again and tell us which sauces did you use and what are we seeing here? Because I'm amazed. This was all made in less than 20 minutes.
Well, our 10-minute chili, we have our garden salsa.
And we've also made April's Fiesta dip and also our chicken quesadillas. We've used the black bean and corn salsa in both of those. And then we made our Trigger's pinwheels and we've used the peach salsa there, which of course you could use any of the flavors of salsa in those if you'd like.
So just remember, you can see our ingredient list and our recipes on TriggerBeeler.com.
Well, and again, we thank everyone for watching today on Local Flavor. We want you to tune in next week and see another great episode.